Okay, so recording. This is now in 1080. I was trying to reduce the effect of the because there are fluorescent lights and there are bands that go across. I think I got it. So you tell me. Anyway, all right. So I got the car 9 SD upper disassembled and the HITECH Arms Silencer disassembled. I was giving them a thorough clean. I have to go back and check. I've put 2,000 rounds through this system, and the idea was to, I had planned on firing another 500 and then doing some stuff, but what I'm going to do is, because this is my first suppressor, so I was trying to learn suppressors and, you know, what you got to do to upkeep with it. So I had been taking it apart and cleaning it after every time I shot it, and that's a pain in the ass, and I don't think it's necessary. So what I'm going to do from now on is every 1,000 rounds, which is convenient because it's a case of ammo, take it apart and give it a good cleaning, but in between there, just shoot it, whatever. So some of the issues that I had been having as far as the suppressor tube and then the end cap, there's my marks on there. While I was shooting, they had been unthreading from each other and then unthreading from the back here and from the upper. And I had planned on trying to do some machining and put in a nylon piece in here to prevent that. I think what I'm going to do this next time I go shooting, which is probably going to be tomorrow, when I reassemble this, what I'm going to do is all the internals are just going to be sopping wet in the welding anti-splatter spray. That seems to work pretty well as far as helping me clean it. So I'm going to soak the shit out of them. Maybe at 500 rounds, I'll take it apart and respray it, and then only clean it every 1,000. But the parts that are actually unthreading from each other, I think what I'm going to try is Loctiting the shit out of them, just all the way around, or yeah, at least 4 spots on here. Just Loctiting the crap out of this with blue Loctite, so not the high temp stuff. And I'll give it a couple of magazines, and if that doesn't work, then I will move on to the trying to machine this a little bit and stick a nylon thread in there to act like a nylon locking nut. And I could do that now because I have my mill set up. Anyway, but yeah, I just wanted to show this, so I'm going to reassemble this. Bolt carrier's clean, the suppressor's clean. But I did want to talk about the upper, or the barrel itself. So this goes over here like so, threads down to about there. Here around the ports, you get some really, let's see if I can get in there, some thick buildup, which I don't know if you can see it, the height of it. I don't know how well that's coming through. Anyway, there's a couple of spots here on the barrel where you could see that all the crap and carbon and shit is built up. And I found the best way to get the big chunks off, take my razor blade and actually just scrape them off and then hit it with the wire brush after that. But I'm not worried about cleaning out the actual inside of the ports, because those seem to just blow themselves clean every time I shoot. And in the barrel, it's just a 9mm barrel. It's like a 6-inch barrel or something. Anyway, I don't know if this is making any sense. But when I'm done, I'll throw the upper, or the handguard back on. I think it goes up to about there. The screws, Loctite, because the first time I took the handguard off, there's 8 screws. 7 were loose, which honestly, it doesn't really matter if they're loosening up, because the hand guard has, like, this is going over it. So the screws will not come, they cannot come out. So anyway, I'm going to Loctite them, but I wanted to get on video all the, see if I can see the screen, all the carbon and crap built up here. You can see it's kind of along the edge of it. It gets kind of tall, but you take the razor and you scrape it off, and then you hit it with a brush real well, and should be all right. So like I said, I'm pretty sure I've had about 2,000 rounds through this thing, and we'll see if I can solve some of the problems I've been having with the suppressor coming apart. unthreading, I should say. So yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, and so I'm about to, oh, that's my brake cleaner. I'm about to throw on the anti-splatter spray, but before I put the silencer back together, so here's the 6 K baffles that are in there, and I just wanted to show the different wear patterns, or the wear pattern that you get. So the bullet's passing from this side out. That cut in there, which you can see through, that's really hard to get a brush into. But anyway, just wanted to show this. So I don't have these in a particular order. I imagine this is the one that's been going the most inboard, and then so on and so forth. This one has a little bit of a ding, like maybe possibly something hit that. I don't know. But anyway, just wanted to show that. Okay, so I've set this up. Just going to show how I spray the anti-splatter stuff on everything. Yeah, you just kind of spray it on. I try not to be stingy with this stuff because standing here with a wire brush trying to get everything off is a pain in the ass. And this really helps everything not stick. So the baffles, the inside of the K baffle, it'll tend to get pretty crusty, but the outside of the K baffles, it almost gets like granular, like dirt. And I don't know why, but that's what it is. I just make sure they're good and wet. I don't have the K baffles in a particular order. I was thinking about marking them and then putting them back in order the same time every time, but I just don't think that's going to be worth the effort. Also, this stuff gets really cold and it tears up your gloves. All right, so what I'm going to do now, usually also I would do the inside of the actual tube. Not going to do that this time. And I'm not going to do either the muzzle cap or the barrel cap because I already degreased these. I'm going to put Loctite on the threads because I'm going to see if just Loctiting the crap out of them will prevent this whole thing from coming apart. And oh, that is tearing up my gloves, huh? Anyway, okay, yeah, so that's that. Okay, and then I also like to put my anti-splatter on the barrel itself and along the ports there. So I don't know how well this is going to pick it up. I can't really go behind the camera right now and look. But anyway, just do that. Try and cut down on the crap building up. Okay, so here's the upper and the suppressor threaded on without the handguard, so you can see it fits pretty tight. So I had mentioned in an earlier video that it comes with the suppressor comes with this big ass fat O-ring. And I'm pretty sure what this is for is on the MP5, you would put it in between, and there must be a cutout or something in between the suppressor and the actual thing. But anyway, I'm going to take this off so you can see that if I was to throw this on here, you see, there's no recess for it to fit in. Where am I? There I am. There's no recess or anything. So if I then try and put on the silencer, like you can see right there, it's not quite centered and it's not going to be centered. And then as you tighten this down, it's going to squeeze, like it's not for this, so whatever. But anyway, I don't know if it's still going. Yeah, so that's it. That's the lock up there. I don't know if I can, let me see, take a look at the screen here. Yeah, so that's that. So I'll throw on the handguard. I will Loctite those screws in. We'll go from there. All right, so here's the upper fully assembled. And basically what it's going to be, its final configuration with the light and the endpoint and everything. Here is the Gal 5-ish lower that I have been using it on. And this has a regular carbine gas system, and I got the HRS super selector on there. However, this one here, or I should say, let me go back. So with this upper and lower combo, this thing works great with Winchester White Box, NATO, 124 grain. No problems with the ammo. I try anything else, and she does not like to run at all. And that's with the standard carbine system. This lower, however, it's a Rock River that I've had for I don't know how long. This has the VLTOR A5 system in it. Now, let me see if I can get that on camera. Let me tap the back so I can, okay, so yeah. Like the full from VLTOR, the full system. And I also have an HRS super selector in there too. Which I haven't actually used on this lower yet. So yeah, we'll see how that works. Anyway, I'm going to throw this guy on here, and try shooting it with a couple of different, well, I'm going to try the 124 stuff that I've settled on. If that works, I'm going to try other type of ammos, and maybe a difference in the buffer system will improve reliability. We'll find out. If not, then I just keep it on the Gal 5-ish lower, and I just keep buying the 124 NATO stuff, which I was going to anyway, but it would be nice if I wouldn't have to worry about it and I could just throw anything in there, cheap stuff, or if somebody says, hey, let's take this out and shoot it, cool, I have this case of ammo, can I use this case of ammo? Sure, it'd be nice if it would actually work. But, yeah, so it looks like, I think I'm going to go out tomorrow and go pew-pew, or well, yeah, with the silencer, it's a pew-pew. Without the silencer, it's bang, bang, bang. But with this, that's your pew-pew. Yeah, so I want to go out tomorrow because tomorrow is supposed to be cold. And what I want to do is I'm going to take the chronograph out, and I'm going to see the muzzle velocity coming out of here when it's cold out. It's supposed to be like 30 degrees. And then about 6 months from now, I'll take the chronograph out when it's hot, and see what difference temperature, I guess it'd be air pressure, air density makes. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling on.